Hello, this is the first video I am shooting in 2025, and I look forward to being together with the over 40s as we look at the 4 areas of focus for prosperity in 2025, because it's going to be a year where many things shift for the positive. Do you want 2025 to be a year of triumph and financial success? If you're over 40 and that is your vision or resolution, this video is for you. Having worked with somebody who inspired me, who became my mentor, Nelson Mandela, he made a very telling statement. He says, money won't make success. It's the freedom that will make it. Money will not make success. It's the freedom to make it that will. And that is why I decided to actually share this with you, this freedom. If, for instance, we want to have money and be successful. So I am focusing on 4 areas of focus because I have been there. There was a time as a young and up and coming lawyer, I was convinced that what mattered was the practice and money, obviously service. I'm Linda, and I will be inviting you to click the like lead if you find this message resonating with you. Also, do subscribe. So let's go back to these 4 areas of focus. And I grew to understand why my life was out of balance. Many things went wrong because my life was misaligned. So, if we are talking about freedom so that we make money and be successful, what are these areas of focus? Let's start by looking at health. Many people are trotting to the gym, they've made resolutions, etc. However, what usually happens is that after 6 weeks, we lapse into the old way of doing things. Sometimes we feel guilty. We start rationalizing why we did not continue with our New Year resolutions. And the reason we fall into that trap, it's because we do lack self-discipline sometimes, not always. So, health is important. One does not necessarily go to the gym. One can make one's body work from the comfort of one's lounge. One can just walk around the block. One can go to a sports field and do some laps, starting with 1 lap, 2 laps, etc. However, the bottom line is that we do need to make sure that our bodies move. This is even more so because during the festive season, we usually feast and feast and feast. And that is not good for our bodies, even if it is beyond the festive season. So the bottom line is health. Getting up in the morning, making sure that at least we hydrate before the lovely morning coffee that is our kick-starting of the day. Just to have, even if it's 2 glasses of water, so that we rehydrate and get our system moving. It is important, as I've indicated, to make sure that our bodies move. We can start with squats, but what is natural is just to walk and enjoy crisp, fresh air in the morning, starting with just 30 minutes. And as we get into gear, it can be an hour, etc. There are those who jog, let them jog. But the bottom line is for our body to move. Because with our modern lifestyle, as I'm sitting, our life is fairly sedated and we just go on and on and on. So health is very important for a balanced lifestyle. What is also important? It's the people we surround ourselves with. They may either nurture or be positive energy or not. For example, there is just so much negativity to such an extent that it doesn't help if we are always going to be in the company of people who have negative talk of fear, as if the whole world is coming to an end. It's all doom and gloom, not understanding that our thoughts also add to negativity. So, how do we deal with people who are negative? It is important that in a loving manner, we find a way of avoiding them. If we cannot sway them from negativity, we just find a way of avoiding them with love, of course, because it does not help if we are going to be having friends who make us feel drained, who make us feel confused and even begin to doubt ourselves. Because as far as they're concerned, life is either black or white. Let's move on. There is something we tend to neglect when it comes to balancing our lifestyle. Just time to ourselves. Time to ourselves. Without our children, without our grandchildren, without our partners, without everybody. Even the mobile has to be silent when we are alone with just ourselves. It's going to be very important that we do not downplay the importance of waking up, being quiet, to listen to the quiet voice or to listen to just the feelings, and to make sure that if there are certain thoughts that begin to float, if there are thoughts that do not resonate with this inner voice, we just quietly say, we are not going to go down that route, without judging ourselves, without judging the thought, just to say, we're not going to go down that route. There is this way. Let us say, for instance, the thought of being anxious in the new year. Are we going to be in a position to pay our bills? Schools are going to be opening. Are we going to be in a position to shoulder school fees, to shoulder bonds, etc.? Because some people do overspend. Are we going to make it? Instead of being anxious, when we are quiet, we simply need to say to ourselves, going forward, we would like resources so that we cope with our responsibilities. As we open ourselves, and this is important, as we open ourselves to that invitation without knowing the details, something happens. Not that we are going to sit and do nothing. Ideas come unexpectedly. No matter how small that breakthrough is, we don't usually know where that idea comes from. But it does. It comes. It has happened to me on a number of occasions when I have certain anxieties. But when I just relax quietly, I don't know why it usually happens in the morning, an idea just pops. And I don't just sit and ignore it. In most cases, I follow it up. And one thing leads to another. Something beautiful unfolds. That I wish for you too. To learn to relax, to unwind, to expand, and let the universe take control. After all, let us look at the universe. Let us look at the sky, the galaxies, the trees. Let us look at the birds that are just so free. We cannot take control of this beauty that I am describing. How much more with us? So we do need to learn to let go. We need to learn to understand when beliefs are limiting us, because some beliefs can be quite limiting, and we do need to just let go of those beliefs, let go of the fear, let go of the doubts, let go of the negativity, and embrace the brand new year 2025 and claim it actually unreservedly. Last but not least, money. All of us want to make money. I know friends who are quite wealthy. They have money, but they have fears of losing the money. We do want to make money. However, the point I am making, and the reason I decided to tackle money last as part of these 4 key areas of focus, it's because it's not just money that will give us peace of mind. It's when our life is balanced. Because what if, for instance, something happens and we lose the money? We need to be in a position to bounce back, and we will bounce back if our life is balanced. There will be friends, there will be family. As long as we are healthy, we will work and make money. And as long as we set time for ourselves, for family and friends, they will give us support, and we will have the inner reservoir to get us off the ground and get moving. But the bottom line is balance. So I do subscribe to the philosophy that money won't make success, that it's the freedom to make money that will actually make it successful. We need to celebrate freedom. We need to celebrate who we are. There is this song, Born Free. Yes, we were born free. However, as we grew up, we piled all sorts of limiting things, limiting beliefs. We became socialized, and somehow our freedom has been restricted, and we do need to reclaim it by focusing on these 4 areas: wealth, health, time to ourselves, and of course, making money. Making money will be easy if our life is balanced. I do hope that you find this video invigorating, inspiring, urging you on to celebrate 2025. And please remember just to press the like button and subscribe. I am going to be sharing more videos in celebration for us to be prosperous, for us to be free, and for us to celebrate life. Thank you very much for watching.